Is there a word for not being able to smell? You got deaf and blind, but
Sensually challenged.
yeah.
No Welshie.
Well, he'll show up at past.
Yeah. Did you animate that picture?
Anosmia, I think it's called.
Anosmia.
The inability to perceive odor.
That probably
So now
come in
you know.
handy at QuakeCon.
All right, what was that last question there, Strider?
Did you animate that picture I sent you?
No, I forgot. If he's not here, what's the point of showing it?
Because we could like work the arms and do a Welshie voice. Today's voice of Welshie will be portrayed by Breezy. The shit that comes out of his mouth.
Okay, save that to my library. Put that on Dropbox, and then we can drag that over.
I've apparently lost our topics. Where art thou topics?
They're in the same place they always are, unless you've deleted.
Yeah, but Google does it in a weird, stupid way.
Google Drive. There you are.
I can't find it.
That's me. I'd open a topics.
It's fucking
Wow.
bollocks.
All right, I should have just saved it, but I don't know. Ah, yes, of course. This one. I shouldn't show that now, should I? All right. Turn that off. In a few seconds, it should show up on Twitch.
What is that?
That is Welshie in his onesie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looked like a sickly zombie.
Which is oddly ironic because that's pretty much what Welshie is.
I deleted
Why
that
a grown man is wearing a onesie, I don't know.
mailbag thing. So let's go.
These are the questions that we never have answers to.
All right. Here we go. I'm going to start it up.
Is it recording properly?
It sort of is, I think. We'll find out
You
when
were
we're
gonna
live.
test
No
it.
idea.
That was the whole thing. I thought we were waiting for you to test it.
Oh, I did.
Oh, okay. Well, then
That was a while
it's
ago.
recording.
I did fooling around looking up anosmia since then. It's September 28th, 2014, and you're watching Mods on Air.
2 FPS, 3 RPGs, and 5 sim-type games.
Yeah, I think you'd be able to come up with one here.
I'm actually pulling this one hard.
Ask all the people that need hacks to play Call of Duty. I can hear you groaning inwardly every time Sin's mentioned. You're just cringing.
Hey, welcome to episode 444 of Mods on Air, bringing you the week in gaming news as modders, developers, and gamers ourselves. I happen to be Foil Man. Also on the show today, we have with us Strider's back. Hello, Strider.
Hello, buddy.
Hello. We have Ham. What's a morning without Ham? Hello, Ham.
Hey, everybody.
And Breezy's with us, representing wherever you are. Actually, I don't know where to. Wales still? I don't know. Anyway, welcome, Breezy.
I don't think Breezy'd leave his little town. Or
Plus two parts of the UK.
his little shire.
I am the king of this year's Shire.
He can actually say that, yeah. Anyway, we are going to be talking about the week in gaming news and talking as such. Certain topics may include adult themes topics. So if that's going to be offensive to you or the little ones within earshot, put muffs on those ears or leave.
Muff.
Some of you may need to do both.
Yeah. All right, so starting off, Strider wanted to talk about a mailbag query from John E. King. who decided to send us an email that says, I've been trying to save my mod DBZ Battle of Z game on Xbox 360 for the last week with no prevail. I was wondering if you could help us or help him do it somehow. And the question is going to be, how do you get your mod for, I'm assuming, what game?
I'm guessing it's Battle of Z.
And how do you get it to the Xbox? And the answer is by destroying your Xbox 360. Yes. Right, Strider, who has a little experience in researching this?
Well, essentially there's two things that this question could be asking. One is he's trying to mod his save file so that he gets more than he has or whatever. And if that's the question, we don't support, condone, or even advertise or promote cheats, because that's what that would be. If it is trying to put a mod onto the game, you can't. Long story short, you can't, because it has to have the Microsoft
approval, authorization, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the hashtag, but there's a lead in and a lead out that Microsoft encodes every one of their games with, and everything that's released on their service with. And the only way that you can get that is if you know the algorithm, and if you know the algorithm, then their entire save game process or their entire distribution process falls to shit. So they really keep a close eye on that. So if you're trying to put a mod onto the Xbox, the only way you can do it is put a mod chip in there.
Get banned.
And essentially you can't play it online. Just if you put a mod chip in there, don't plug it into the internet, because it'll be instantly bricked.
Yeah.
That's that. Long story short. Hope that helped, which it probably didn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't quite say it's short. That works out.
And if your question didn't get answered, then clarify it.
Yes. And you only need to press submit once. When you go to the mailbag, when you go to the website of MODSonair and you click submit a query, whatever,
6 times.
Send an email, you don't need to submit more than once. It comes through instantly. Just so you know.
We get all 6.
Yeah, we got all 6 or 8 of them, whatever there was. Unless you had like a finger spasm, which could be, that could be an affliction common with Xbox players, where you get that button mashing thing. And I don't know.
Can happen.
So sorry we can't help you out with that, John.
He's not sorry at all.
We can't save everybody.
Yeah, can't save everybody. And realistically, buy a PC, play your game on a PC. It's a lot better anyways.
And you're free to mod.
Moving on. Steam, which is where you could actually put this thing. Steam has decided to go and start making some changes this week. First thing they did was they say they redesigned the interface, the front page.
Yeah.
Don't
like that. Now I can't find anything.
Yeah.
It's not any different to me, since I didn't really use Steam very much. I use it to play games, but not really to do much research. What changed other than a couple colors and?
Essentially now, rather than saying here's all the things that are on special on sale, these are games that might interest you based on what you've been playing.
Okay.
So
it creates
it profiles you.
Yeah. Creates a filter.
And so there might be something that you're waiting for. You'll never see it unless you actually search for it, because it's profiling you and only showing you what it thinks you want to see.
Yeah.
So personally, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
No, I don't like it either.
That's 2 thumbs down.
If you don't like it, then there's no way to go back. So
correct.
Be satisfied. Be satisfied doing that. Yeah.
But still, that's 2 thumbs down. 50% of this panel,
at least 50%,
does not like the new Steam layout.
To me, I don't even notice. I'll notice when the sales come online. Huh?
Yeah, that'll be a big one. This update was called the Discovery Update to Steam, and it was made in response to the absurd amount of games that Steam has been releasing recently this year.
You mean the green light stuff?
Yeah. Right, with green light, and as well as some things that may not be green light, but mostly green light, it made it much more difficult to see what games were newly released, because something could be there at noon and at 2 o'clock be off the new releases page, just because how frequently games have been being released. So this was supposed to be a way for people to not miss games that they may be interested in. The problem is, by not being able to see everything and having Steam sort of say, this is what you probably want versus what you may actually want, you still miss out on the things you're trying to see. So
because
that's what happens.
Example foil is, since you and I have played Gauntlet, like I've played it for 3 hours now, I think I've got on it. All I get is dungeon crawler games. That's all that's on the. Yeah. Seriously, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't care.
So, I just don't understand it. And on the point that you made, Ham, is stop releasing, stop bombarding the market with shit.
Yeah.
Because if it's a truckload of shit, it is still shit.
And you bury all the good.
Throw a gem in there every now and then. Give us a peanut. Come on.
The one thing I did notice right away after the update happened was that what used to be the bottom of the page, the home page, there was a little section for green light games. You could click it and it would take you to the green light section. That is no longer there now. It just does not exist.
Yep.
There's a bottom to this page. I just be scrolling for ages.
Right.
Now,
no
that's
bottom.
how it used to be. There used to be a bottom, but now it's a never-ending bit now where it just.
This is the page that never ends.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm still scrolling.
Yeah. It just keeps putting more and more shit up. The further down you scroll, the further into shit you go.
Yeah.
But
because you look at this game, you might be in this.
The thing is their homepage, the store page, is now their entire library. You just keep scrolling, it'll just keep going through their whole library.
Yeah, it really does.
There is no end. Don't try and reach it. But I
can scroll all show if I have to.
Yeah.
Page down button. You don't even have to use the mouse wheel.
There is a bottom. I just hit the bottom.
Did you?
Yeah.
And it just gives you a message. We're out of personalized recommendations for you right now. We can recommend some different titles once you've played more games.
Is that what it says?
That's what it says at the bottom. Still looking
That's
for more?
fantastic.
Check out our random game.
Yeah, awesome. That's just what I need.
At the bottom, I've got Penguins Arena. Yeah,
Recommended for you.
What?
blatantly want to play that game.
I mean, how is Goat Simulator on here? That's what I don't get. Like, what have I played that would say, all right, Goat Simulator is something he'd be interested in?
Because you play Gauntlet.
No. Because you play
Yeah, apparently.
The one thing
I click check a random game. Soldier Front 2.
See, all this searching, and you could be playing your Steam music at the same time.
Yeah, fuck.
Why not both?
The release everyone's been waiting for, the ability to play your music through Steam for
From
yourself
Steam.
only. Oh,
I thought it was only played.
It's only
I thought
to you.
It only
It's
played
not-
Steam game music.
No, I thought it played your any part of your library.
Yeah, I can play all your MP3 collections.
No.
But I don't have any NPCs on here because I use Spotify.
Well then,
So that I don't have to store all my
Right.
many CDs on here.
I like the
So that
variety
sounds
from
like-
those things. So
the music came a little too late.
that's an understatement. People were begging for this. How many years ago? 10?
Yeah. Is this all to try and get the Steam box to be the all-in-one box that Xbox One said it was going to be?
That's a good point. It might be.
Might be, yeah. It's
From changing the storefront to putting the Steam music player on there, they're, and now they provide a software. You're going to be able to sit on your couch and listen to your music and either play a game or work with a modeling program or.
The other consoles do it. Why not?
Snap
right?
the Bing. Oh no, wait, you can't do that.
Listen, it's just a PC. Of course, you can do all the snapping you want.
Yeah.
Right? Well, there's actually a review out there of somebody here. Because he was one of the 300 people who got their hands on a Steam machine from Steam and from Valve, and he says he really didn't care for it in the end. I mean, there's a whole video based on it, which.
When I received an email from Valve some months ago, I was naturally incredulous. I was sitting in my delivery truck at my job. I'm a blue-collar man, you see, when I received it. Congratulations!
Highbrow.
You have been selected to receive one of the initial 300 prototype Steam machines, and all spray-painted all rustically. It was pretty cool. How to hate and having incestuous flings with my nieces and then murdering them. And the Steam controller, which, while being very sensitive in the touchpads region, and being somewhat flimsy as a prototype, handled the pacing of CK2 very well. The pacing, by the way, is approximately the same as a glacier carving a canyon into a planet made entirely of chilled maple syrup.
Huh?
Speaking of the controller, I tried.
Who
I
writes
really
his
did.
shit? Like, that's
bad.
I've been using D-pads and buttons or whatever for 30 years, and I'm not going to be closed-minded about this. I'm really going to try a lot. I'm going to get acclimated and embrace it, no matter how long it takes. I'm going to get good with this thing. So I decided to learn on Rogue Legacy until I was good with the Steam controller. It didn't go great. I tried for 3 days, man. Three days to kill that fucking Eyeball Dad, and I just died and died and died. Eyeball Dad laughed at me, walked all over my corpse day after day after day. And no matter how I adjusted, I just really longed for a nice tactile, tangible D-pad. I could tell there was potential for cool uses with the controller, but as the main method of controlling my little Nightman, it just sucked. I know Valve has since changed the controller, and I'm telling you from experience, the changes they made are obviously less daring, but necessary.
On a Steam machine, do you have to use it? You probably can use a keyboard and mouse.
It's
just a computer.
Ooh, Warframe, I said to myself. I like Warframe. I'll make a side-by-side comparison video showing the frame rates and the graphics, and put it on my ultra-popular YouTube channel. People will like that. And then, upon booting up my system, realizing and remembering that I needed all the programs I use for video capture and editing, but I need them for Linux too. And I realized I had absolutely zero clue how to use Linux. That I was grandpa number one when it came to it. I was completely ignorant of the platform.
He's really a console player.
I googled how to Linux video capture, please Google, and try as I might, I didn't help a whole lot. I just was too inept to use Linux the way I wanted. I was stuck with a platform I was uncomfortable with, and I just went back to Steam Big Picture mode and tried to enjoy my games.
See?
That's
what you need.
I love Dota 2. I was a fanatic at the time, especially as this highlights here. And Dota worked with the Steam OS, so I played a lot of Dota that way. I used it with my mouse and keyboard. I tried it with the controller a couple times, but I mean, come on, really. As I sat there playing, though, I realized that this was the same. This was the same as playing in Windows, except, with my mouse and my keyboard, only with less. I can't Alt-Tab and talk to my friends. I can't quickly pop open a calculator to see how many millions of dollars this video is going to make me. I can't capture and edit this gameplay. I can't masturbate conveniently between games. Why am I playing Dota on this platform? What's the advantage? And I guess that's what it comes down to for many regarding the Steam machine. What's the advantage? The games supposedly run faster out of Linux, but I have no basis of comparison, really, because I'm using a machine more powerful than any I've ever used before. And it talks to me at night in the darkness.
What?
Maybe it's the in-home streaming, using a powerful box to play all our favorite Steam games in other rooms in our house, going to the living room, having a full PC gaming experience.
Okay, we don't need to watch anymore.
Controller.
We get the point.
No,
That was the worst video in the world.
Yeah.
That was painful to listen to.
The point is, what's the advantage? And there is none.
You
we
can say
knew
you
there was
have
going to
one.
be none.
But we've been saying that since day one.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, we've been saying that since day one. I can buy a gaming laptop for less than the price of a Steam machine, and I can take it and I can do whatever I want on it. I can if I want to work on it, I can work on it. If I want to listen to music, or if I want to edit things, or if I want to do, and if I want to play it in the living room, HDMI cable, Steam machine. What the fuck is the purpose?
Mm-hmm.
HDMI cable puts it on my big screen TV. And I can either play with a wireless keyboard and mouse if I so choose, or I can play with a controller.
I recall being cautiously optimistic during the announcement, and
Bullshit! You were like, "Yeah, I'm going to buy one of them puppies." Where do I sign up? I love everything Steam. Let me give them some
Where's
money.
the id version?
I would get one if there was.
The id special edition.
No.
But I've slowly come to realize to come to the same point, same conclusion. What is the point? Why do I need one of these when I've got a perfectly capable machine that I don't know, just use to my advantage or customize to my will, versus this sort of console PC.
If you were a console player and don't play on PC, is there still an advantage? I say still there is none. Buy a
There is
laptop.
none.
There isn't.
The only thing that I can potentially see is if all of these companies have more inside information on the future of what we're going to be getting as far as what a PC actually is. And they're saying, all right, what a PC is going to be, you know what, and by that I mean take a look at Windows 8, what's happened with that, and now Windows 9 is going to go further to that, where the operating systems are turning into basically a tablet or a phone
devices.
OS. And if there is no room in that OS for gaming, they're saying, all right, we'll come out with something that will fill that void that will be left, because Windows 7 is going to be the last capable system of running, computing as we know it. And that may be the case where all of these big players have been privy to information that us, the consumer, haven't been, and that's the direction they're taking it. So they're really trying to create a peripheral to fill a void that is going to be present in the very near future.
The problem with the video game industry won't be how can I put it on the best possible machine. It will be how can I play all my previous games on that same machine. And we have all these engines moving over to Linux as well, or whatever other platform that works on various other platforms. Unreal works on Linux, and so do a number of others. But you can't play your entire library on Linux, which might be changing thanks to Steam. Steam is actually forging ahead on that. So it's not necessarily the problem of what is the operating system. It's going to be how can you play all the new and old games that you already have.
But I mean,
There's no
they're
way Steam will get every single game.
Yeah, the entire world is watching Microsoft shit the bed with Windows, and they're just self-destructing with their thought process on Windows.
Yeah.
And I don't know what direction the business world is going to move in, because the business world can't run on Windows 8. The Windows 8 servers are shit, and Windows 9 is going to push it further towards the tablet design.
I disagree. I don't think they're pushing it further towards that. If you've seen some of the images that are coming up, they're putting the start button back on the desktop.
Okay, so you put the start button back on, but you make it so that it's still that Windows 8
Yes,
basis.
it is still Windows 8.
It's a tablet-based OS. It's a you got to touch the screen kind of mentality, and that's not the way the business world works or needs to work. So I still just don't understand Microsoft's thought process on saying, yeah, we're being innovative.
We'll understand soon enough. September 30th.
Sure. We won't understand for another few years.
Well,
No.
September 30th is when they plan to show off the next version of Windows.
Okay.
Is it just going to be
And
like
Microsoft
Windows are going to be
shares
like
drop.
games now? They just put out an operating system every year.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
It's the next Call of Duty.
Every
Microsoft the next
Microsoft were like, we could franchise this Windows thing. Let's get 4 different developers working on it so we get a release every year. And we could promote the hell out of it. We'll spend more money on promotion than we do on development, which I think they do anyways.
But if you don't want this a Steam machine, which all of us are saying don't get, you could upgrade your current PC and you can play it however you want. I found an article over here where it shows 3 different builds of PCs. If you want to spend $300, $600, or $1,200, obviously you're going to get different power in
This
each of
is
these
my
machines.
cardboard box. And
Well, this article, PC Gamer do this every month.
every
Here's-
month,
here's your
every
low end.
month.
Yeah, every month you get your low budget, your medium budget, and your high end. It's usually pretty
we
decent.
used to talk about these, and so I'm bringing it up again. Here's another article that talks about it. Let's see, the motherboard, the CPU, the $300 version has a 3.6 quad core from
Pentium 2.
AMD with 4 gigs of RAM. It's not a lot, but it's enough to get you going with games.
You'll be able to play Left 4 Dead and all of Valve's library for sure, excellently.
$1,200 CPU, Intel Core i5. It's interesting. Why?
What graphics card is going in these? Or are they using onboard graphics or some shit?
No, these will be different depending.
The high end is an AMD Radeon or NVIDIA GeForce 770. That's that one. What's the low end? Where's the low end? Storage, memory, CPU, motherboard, power, the case. I don't see anything for video on the low end. You don't get any video.
So you don't get any video.
It must be built into the motherboard.
Onboard video. Because onboard graphics are awesome.
That's
You
where
can
it's at.
play Minecraft.
It is. It packs.
You could play Minecraft.
It packs onboard video out. AMD, Trinity. I don't know.
7560 built right into it. Yeah, so it's
But
the
really,
low end uses an APU,
I'd still rather that low end than a new Xbox.
but yes, still better.
It is. It's $300. Come on, man. That's pretty awesome. It costs less than the Xbox.
It's so easy to make a cheap PC nowadays.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And the thing that I can't get is why people are still mystified. You know, when 10, 15 years ago when PCs first came out and you know, there was this air of mystery about it. Yeah, okay, if you didn't know what you're doing, you could severely fuck things up if you're pissing around inside the ATX case. Now, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You could bend a pin on your chip, just say, oh, it arrived that way, I get a new one.
You can fry all your hard drives.
Yeah, that can happen.
But I mean, if you're that inept, pay someone $100 to
Oh,
assemble your
stop.
PC.
I'm not that inept, and I still did it. But
Yeah, but that's because you were stupid.
that was stupid. Yeah.
But I mean, the air of mystery is gone. So the people that say, oh, PC gaming's too hard, how is it fucking harder than playing a game on an Xbox? You have to put the disc in, and it goes. And that's it. Like, or
Actually,
if you're
you don't
or if
even
you're
have to do
concerned
that.
about that,
You go to
click,
Steam.
Yeah, you
and
go
you
to
click
Steam and you click, I want
install.
that, and boom, done.
It's done.
Yeah.
There's so many choices. Well, there isn't.
Well, there's like 1 million over on Steam, right?
Well,
100,000?
Yeah.
I don't know.
to buy.
Yeah,
You have
there's a
personal
million choices on
recommendations.
Steam, especially if you try
I
to
just
get
come up
to the
with
bottom of
something.
the page.
I just thought of something. They changed it to now recommendations. What if you're brand new to Steam? What do you get on your front page? I reckon
Everything.
Just empty. You have not played any games. We do not know what to do.
Sign up for a new account just to find out.
No,
No.
far too late.
That's too much work.
I'd probably say his was popular.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting because I wonder if it actually scans your machine to find out what games you've got on or what
If it
games you've
didn't-
played.
If it did, you wouldn't be getting nothing but dungeon crawlers.
Yeah.
It's true.
No, because I've got more than just dungeon crawlers installed
Exactly.
on my PC.
But that's what you're getting as recommendations. Because that's the last thing you installed.
Yeah. And CS:GO. Apparently, it wants me to play CS:GO.
Play more.
Everybody wants to play that. That's why it's on the list. One of the memory makers out there decided to change their Crucial memory, decided to change their logo, and people are complaining that the old logo was better, which is the pirate flag or the boat set in sail here. And now they're like, why did you change it to this Tramp Stamp? Actually, it is a good question. Why did you make such a drastic change?
Yeah, I quite like. I prefer the old logo. Not that it makes any difference to
It
the
doesn't
product
make a
at
difference.
all.
To some people it might. Those people who shop in brick and mortars, which are fewer and fewer.
I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's Corsair. You get what you get.
I think that that new logo, it appeals
modern.
to.
It appeals to MMOers.
Yeah.
All right, and also we have Oculus. Oculus trying to make news here, talking about what Ham brought up a week or two ago about how there is being built-in audio and other kind of features available inside of that Oculus device. Again, another reason to say, here's another device. It's still in beta. We're not releasing it ever because we know it won't sell, but our investors are still giving us money.
This is going to be great to see this, like what the final product is going to be, because it's
going to be a fucking spacesuit, and you're going to put the Oculus helmet on and walk around and have full motion detection on your, so you won't need that stupid track that holds you in place that you run with socks and.
Oh, I like that one.
I think it's just going to be some work goggles. They're going to give you. It says wireless. They're light. Step outside. It's like the real world.
This thing is just like more and more uncomfortable. The more and more they add to it.
It's seriously, it's gonna end up. Well, you're gonna end up the Oculus when it comes out is gonna be like a big motocross helmet, like a Halo helmet. It'll just boom, and it'll have full surround sound. It'll have the visor that's where you'll get the vision from. It'll inject smells unless you're unless you're sensually challenged. What's
anosmia?
Anosmia, unless you suffer from anosmia.
This is what we can expect. This is what we can look forward to, people. The next revolution in gaming is this device that you slam on your head.
There's going to be an antenna on the top, so that it can track your movements in 3 dimensions, not just what your head's doing, but where your body position is in the room. So that when you're virtually walking around inside your virtual room that is modeled after your room, everything will be the same. And your mom will yell at you and say, "Clean up your room," and you'll look around and be like, "It's done." And then you trip over shit that's fucking in your room that's not cleaned up.
If it's a helmet, how'd you get your Doritos in?
It'll have a Dorito slot, a little.
I like it.
You can put like a beer holder here for the Mountain Dew, and a bag of Doritos here, and this one will have a little conveyor that'll conveniently feed them in, and this one you just suck a little straw with the Mountain Dew.
I like it. I'm gonna buy one.
I'm gonna buy 3.
They're working with Epic Games. They're working with Epic Games, Unreal Engine 4, and they come up with a demo to work this thing, and it's called iRibe, something like that. iRibe. All right, and they say it's as close to Call of Duty as users would like for virtual reality.
I thought everything that started with I was patented by Apple.
No, remember Apple's changing. It's no longer I this, I that. It's now a picture of an apple and then the word. So instead of iPlay, it's like Apple Play.
So it's going to be the Apple Phone 7?
Yeah, they're getting rid of the I. I think you missed that press conference. Yeah, all the I's are gone.
That's all the I words are gone.
They've run out. They can't think of anything else.
Or somebody in the company patented it and says, "Sorry, you got to pay me every time you put that I in front of it." And they're like, "Nope, we'll just change it to an apple."
Patented the letter I. Apple has been illegally using the letter I.
I'm afraid I can't let them do that anymore.
When Sesame Street said this show is brought to you by the letter I got royalties. That's why they don't use that word anymore.
Morphus, it can't help blind people see unless it replaces your eye sockets.
The Oculus Seeing Eye Dog.
There it is.
That's what this is going to be. The next step for this is going to be some retard is going to say, let's help the animals that can't visualize properly, and they're going to make an animal version. So there's going to be like the Oculus for goldfish and the Oculus for Oculus for dogs, cats.
Great.
Can you imagine the little lab mice that are getting tested with the little mini Oculi?
We'll put socks on their feet so they can run in place.
Yeah. No, they just clothespin their tail to something.
All right, that's bad. Hackers are claiming some credit here for making Destiny and Call of Duty servers go down one of these free weekends. Like right before the weekend started, they made these servers just die, lost connection. Again, I don't know what kind of penalties there are, but I hope they find these people and put them in prison for about 20 years.
Ruining people's weekend.
Yeah.
No, not for that purpose, but because they are interrupting life.
If your life is playing Call of Duty or Destiny,
but this is just
seriously, you need
one
to
part of
insert
life.
some more credits.
This is one part of life because they're not just hacking these things. This is just what's getting press in the news that we're talking about. I mean, they're also hacking banks and hacking other things, trying to make those things go down. This is interrupting life for everyone, and I think there needs to be some harsh penalties for it. If they can
Griefing
get
for
them.
the sake of griefing.
Real life briefing.
It is, and if we could actually line them up and smack them all, I would say that. But since we can't do that, let's put them in prison for a while.
I reckon we should give them another idea. They like to sort of stop things. So let's put them in traffic, and then see if them just being there will stop the traffic.
Watch Dogs.
Yeah, killer gets out in 10, hacker gets out in 20. Yeah, in some cases you're right. I don't know.
Killers and rapists up here get out in 5.
Oh,
Just put the rapists with the killers.
with the hackers.
What are you in for?
And they can both get out together.
Yeah, I don't think that I don't know. We live in a retarded society. We put too much emphasis on the wrong things.
All right. Now it's just going to get depressing, so let's talk about something more exciting, such as Blizzard canceling a game that they've been working on. They're canceling this game called Titan that they were working on.
Titan fail.
And people are sad and upset about it. And oh my goodness, why? Why would you cancel this game that you were working on when we never got to play?
We don't know exactly
I
what it
didn't
was.
even know about it.
Wanted
That's because we don't really care about World of Warcraft. And
Yeah, it's basically isn't it Warcraft in a city? I thought it was.
I don't know. They say lots of comparisons to Team Fortress, Destiny, and Sims.
That sounds awful.
That's like the weirdest combination of games ever. They just picked random games there.
That sounds awful.
Essentially, Morphus, that's right. Every game is trying to be something else because there's no innovation left in the industry.
Now they just kind of have the lotto balls, and they pull out a ball with the title of a game, and they just kind of mash them all together.
Yeah, that's what they do.
They
What's
probably
your
license
game be
the
about?
technology
And you
from
get
Sci-Fi
3
Channel.
from this one and 3 from this one, and this one is what you're the genre. You know the what it's going to be. It'll be like a action
FPS,
MMO,
roleplay.
blah blah blah. And this one will be all the buzzwords. You know, like sandbox and massive multiplayer online. You know, like
Cinematic.
Cinematic. This game is entirely cinematic. What do you mean? Well, you just sit there and watch it. That's a movie. No, it's not a movie.
It's so much more than a movie.
It's so much more than a movie. Why?
Occasionally you get
Because we're calling it a game. Because in Soviet Russia, the movie plays you.
Yeah, crafting, survival.
Yeah. Come watch this and you have to make your own popcorn.
Stealth.
Stealth crafting.
Stealth crafting.
No, I can't find the online generator for these titles. Thought it was
Yeah,
out
we
there.
did see that one time, didn't we?
FPS,
But essentially,
farming,
yeah, that's all
leveling.
that farming, crafting, leveling. Play with
just
your
our
friends.
Dogs, cats, goats.
Social.
Stealth farming goats.
That's awesome. Yeah. Stealth farming simulator.
You got to sneak into people's gardens. Plant rogue
Plant
vegetables.
stuff. Where did all these vegetables come from?
Plant that the corn that kills everything else in its path.
Oh, you wanted corn planted. I planted all this porn. No wonder nothing's growing.
But if it does, we'll be rich.
The porn tree.
What's that? That's a condom tree.
Yeah. Okay. So Gauntlet.
Dildos are root vegetables. I don't know.
Gauntlet's been released, in case you haven't realized. So 2 out of 4 people are playing it. Breezy and Ham.
50% of this panel enjoys playing Gauntlet.
I will not be playing
At least
Gauntlet.
50%.
I don't understand.
To-
Why?
for-
I want
for
to
the record,
understand.
It was pretty tough to play by yourself. Going through and playing it, it was a challenge.
Yeah.
And then Boyle jumped in, and we played a co-op. Much easier, much more
I
like I
enjoyed it.
remember Gauntlet being.
Yes. 4-player co-op. At least. I don't even know if people are in there, since every character can be unique in a way.
Yeah. No, it's 4 players. But the cool thing is that I could hook it up on big picture on my laptop, and I could hook 3 controllers into my laptop, and I could have 3 people playing it at my location, and we could also drag foil in. So you can still get your 4 players, but you can combine LAN and online. And I do like the fact that they made it so that you can play friends only, or you can play with random people.
Which I haven't done yet. Random people.
That one of the things that really pisses me off with the games that are coming out now is they're like, yeah, it's going to be multiplayer, and you don't get to control who comes into your game or anything like that. And that really pisses me off, because that's not the type of gamer I am. I'm not gonna play with idiots that are in there just to be griefers. So I like the fact that they've given you the control to say, yeah, this is what's going to happen, or no, this is not what's going to happen.
I'd love to play after the show.
I can for about an hour. I've got a
Good.
turkey cooking.
That's what I got. I got about an hour. It's not that time of year yet, is it? Really? No, it's September.
No, it's Thanksgiving's coming up on the 12th of October, but
Right.
I wanted a turkey, so I've got a turkey in the oven.
Okay.
So I've got those turkey cravings.
I do. I got the turkey jitters.
The giblets.
Yeah, it's
And-
this game is what it is.
And I tell you what,
You have to run
the
around
house
and eat
smells
turkeys.
Fantastic. Nothing makes a house smell better than a turkey cooking.
You know, I like bread.
Unless you're like a
Smell of bread
vegetarian,
cooking.
then you're probably like, oh, it smells like murder. And I'm like, no, it's good. Murder tastes good.
Nothing smells like the cooking of tofu, right, Ham?
I don't have tofu.
There is no
Tofu.
smell.
Turkey.
So I've had a tofurkey once in my life. Absolutely horrible.
Yep.
Absolutely horrible.
You actually had to try it to figure out it would be horrible? I can tell you right now, if you're taking a normal word, say like bacon, and you're putting tofa in front of it, and it's tofaken, I'm sorry, it's bad. Turkey, tofurkey, bad. It's just a rule of thumb. It'd be like porridge, to forage. You're not going to eat it.
To forage. That's the weirdest word in the world. To forage. Someone should make that. I want that now.
To forage.
Filet mignon. I don't even know if I could do that one.
You can't do that.
Tofe Moulin.
Absolutely horrible.
All right, another one. Interstellar Marines
Oh,
co-op
Oh,
has gone
God.
live.
What?
I will
Yeah.
stand in defense of this game. I think
Yes,
it's
I
great.
thought you would.
of course you will.
It's a great game. As slow as the progress has been, it is fantastic. It's very atmospheric, very well paced, and very simple.
This game's been taking longer than Stalker to make.
A few weeks ago, Ham did convince me that it might be worth it if I can get it for less than $10. Or $10
And
bucks.
did you?
I forgot what we said. No, it hasn't gone on sale since.
Well, you won't be disappointed when it does.
Did you say prepare to be disappointed when it does?
No.
That's what you heard.
Because that's what it sounded like.
This whole video is just them walking around.
Do I have a video? I do have a video.
If you click on the link, there's a video. It's just them walking.
I haven't played the co-op, so I guess I'll try that out.
But they're walking together, you see?
Ah, like,
But they're walking together.
This is the important part.
Warning, this is an early access game.
It has been years and years. But
Yeah.
I enjoyed their first few tests that they put out there for public to check out. But then years pass, and then you're like, all right, get on with it already.
But you know what? You know what it kind of reminds me of? Just watching this, because it looks like it's a two-player co-op now. So you got you and your buddy, which there was a game that looks almost identical to this, where you had you and your buddy, and you walked around, you wore the spacesuit, you shot futuristic weapons. About a year and a half, 2 years ago, and it wasn't red versus blue. It was something along those lines, though, where he was the blue guy and you were the green guy, and you went around co-oping, and if you didn't kill the dudes, like if one of you went down, you weren't going to live. It was designed around there having to be two players at all times.
I can't tell how many are allowed at once.
What game would that be? It's a first-person shooter?
Yeah, it was exactly like this. I think it was bigger on the console than it was, but than it was on PC. But I do believe it came out off. What am I going to search? Two-player shooter game.
that's not going to pull up anything, is it? I have no idea what you're thinking about.
I can tell you that right now the game is $14.24. It's 25% off the normal $18.99, and I think I can potentially get an extra 25% off of that.
Here's what I like about Interstellar Marines. It's
No, but it's
the
still
last time
more
I
than
played
10.
it. It's it only had 2 weapons. Simplifies things greatly. The pacing is good. The levels are dynamic. All the maps are dynamic, so they change in some way throughout the round, which changes up strategy greatly. And it's just got nice sound design, nice visual design as well. It's good. For as slow as it is, it's good.
There is no information as far as how many players can be in here for co-op. Not that I can find.
Tis a mystery.
Play single player, co-op, or multiplayer.
It's on sale for 25% off right now, but that's still above the $10 limit that was set.
Still is. It's true.
$25? What?
It's
$10.
25% off.
I have
that's
a $10.
still above the 10.
Yeah. And I can get another 25% off of that, but that is only another $3 and something, so it's still above $10, so I can't buy it. Gotta, have your limits. Frontline has also, a new Frontline game has been announced on the worst looking website that I've seen since the 90s. Frontline, The Longest Day Announced.
Now, which one was
There's a joke in there
Frontline? Was
somewhere.
that was Frontline Fuel of War? Okay, so that was the
Frontline Airborne or something also? Or
Yeah. It's an FPS, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they were like Call of Duty knockoffs, except
Yeah.
this may have even come before Call of Duty, maybe?
Nah,
Around
I
the same
think
time?
it's like Red Orchestra.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Ish.
says you have Allied forces, German armies, 5 massive and challenging battle campaigns.
5 maps.
is that the other way to read it? 5 maps.
Unless it's like 2 maps, and they've got the day, night, and rain versions.
No, they have Utah, Omaha, Gold, Cherbourg, Sword, and Juneau.
Hey, I saw that.
So what? Me looking closer?
No, the kimono-clad woman bringing breezy. You
Cup
keeping
of tea.
slaves?
Oh,
Yeah. They get paid £1 a week.
£1 a week.
They're
they
not
don't
slaves,
mess
they're
up.
employees.
Oh, back to your video
I
room.
see. Breezy's brothel. The red light district.
The red light apartment. Love it.
That's why it was so dark. Okay, Autocraft has an alpha trailer that's out there, which...
Autocraft.
Yeah, well,
So it's
what does the
just
last
craft.
word make you think of? Craft.
You just don't craft.
What other
you
games start
autocraft.
with end in craft? Well, Minecraft also has that word craft at the end. So yes, this is a vehicle version of Minecraft.
Oh, I thought it
Now,
was good.
what this is a knockoff between Minecraft and Kerbal Space Program. That's what this is.
Yeah.
Well, it is in outer space, but you can make wheeled vehicles as well as space vehicles.
Yeah, but you can do that in Kerbal.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh. Well, how do you know this, Breezy?
Because Kerbal's an amazing game. I'm not even being sarcastic. I actually think it's a fantastic game.
Really? Do I have
Yeah,
that?
absolutely brilliant.
Isn't it just a lunar lander? That's
I don't have Kerbal.
super old shareware game.
It is.
Lunar Lander. Foil was awesome at Lunar Lander.
I was?
Yeah, we remember when we went to the Space Science Center.
I remember going there. I don't remember playing.
Oh yeah, you played Lunar Lander. You landed.
Oh,
that,
yes. I remember now.
Yeah. Short-term memory.
Yeah. Well,
You know what I just noticed about the Steam page as well? The search is gone.
No, it
no,
hasn't.
it's not.
No, it's still there.
It's right at the top. I can see it there. Featured games, software.
Only
demos.
only on the home store page. Everything else, it's gone.
All right, let's click on a
Kerbal.
game. I'll click on
Holy
Gauntlet.
shit, Kerbal's expensive.
Search is there.
Yeah, it is. Totally worth it.
How do you
I ain't
spell
paying
Kerbal?
$30 for.
Because if you don't spell it right, you get nothing.
Yeah.
How do you spell Kerbal? Oh, A-L.
AER, yeah.
It's only
Actually, kinda looks
$27.
fun.
And I go here and I have a search on this page too. It says search the store. I don't know what you're seeing.
I'm surprised Ham doesn't have Kerbal.
See?
I'm not big on simulators.
This
This
is
is
the
a
sort of game I
farming
thought you'd
simulator.
have.
Unless it's a farming simulator or a bus driving simulator, some sort of public transportation vehicle simulator.
Bus simulator.
Yeah, the bus simulators are the best.
Oh my goodness, it's the worst.
I can't wait. Like, they've got Goat Simulator, and then there was a couple other ones we were making fun of. I can't wait till they got, like, Fish Simulator.
You just swim around the
Swim
boat.
around.
Well,
And
Goat
you can-
Simulator made it to the phones too.
Yeah, but, I mean, fish. So you start small. You're a goldfish. And then you can unlock or purchase DLC, which is new environment. So you're just a goldfish swimming around and watching the bubbles and things like that. And then, you can end up being a trout in a stream, and you have to, get flies or be careful you don't bite a fish hook. Or people would pay for that. If they're fucking buying Goat Simulator, which is bad, then I'm guessing they're going to spend money on fish. And if you're a goldfish, you'd never remember what happened. You'd be like, hey, that's new. Hey, that's new.
Achievement unlocked.
Where'd that come from?
Hooked.
Hey, that's the tagline. You'll be hooked.
For Oculus only.
Right, only right.
Yeah.
All right, now that game that was going around they were wondering if it was going to get canceled because it's on the Crytek engine or not, or Ryse. RYSE is there's a video out there now, a couple videos out there if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, it's getting ported.
Apparently, I have the Goat Simulator as the...
Because it was such a massive success on the Xbox. So now let's give it to the PC.
This game that can only be accomplished on the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a bad video because that's all pre-rendered. Now I have some gameplay video here, which looks pretty good.
All right, take that part that looks pretty good, and then imagine doing that for like 5 hours straight.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. You're right. It looks a lot like Skyrim. Nice camera angle there. That's a Tomb Raider camera angle.
That's what it's like, a cross between Tomb Raider and Skyrim.
Tomb Rim.
I'd love to know the context.
Sky
This
Raider.
Roman soldier is just out in the wilderness on his own.
Tofu Rim.
Take that view and then add some parkour to it.
Let me skip ahead. Maybe there's something... Nope, same gameplay. Let me skip ahead. Nope. Same thing. What have we got? Same thing.
While this is not inherently bad and it looks really pretty, the problem is that the gameplay is too simplified. It's not varied enough. It's not skillful enough to justify its length.
It's like the new Assassin's Creed. That's what this reminds me of.
Well, that's what I was saying. If you add the parkour to it.
Yeah.
Without the sneaking, yeah.
Games like this are in desperate need of tons of enemy type varieties to change things up. That and environmental factors as well, just to make it so that there's always something new, or even if it's not new, you put in situations, new combinations of situations that make things fun throughout. But when you just keep getting the same battles of the same 4 or 5 enemy types for 5 hours, it's going to be great at first and then pretty crappy a few hours in.
The thing that I'm watching the video, I'm finding it rather humorous. Like you go into the special killing move, you do the right combo of button presses, I'm guessing, and you get the special killing move, and there's 0 blood. It like slows down, focuses on him spinning the sword and jabbing it through the guy's, head or whatever. There's 0 blood, no gore, not even like a little bit of like, colored pixels. It's just, sword went through him. What the fuck's the point of focusing in on that? Bad.
I lost the picture for it. I don't have one. Oh well. All right, I got another game, Reflex,
Reflex looks good.
You think? It is very indie looking, and I don't know if that's good or bad.
It looks like a nice modern skin on Quake 3.
Quake? This looks like Portal.
Reflex?
Yeah, it does look a bit like
Yeah.
Well, that's just the default textures.
Yeah.
But other than that,
And there's
looks like
portals.
Quake. Those are
Portals aren't portals.
Teleporters. I'm
Quake
sorry.
3. You've had Portals since like Quake 1.
This does not look like the kind of game I would play.
It looks lovely to me.
It is
I'm not gonna buy
Quake-ish. No, I don't know if this is Quake-ish. This is more like Unreal. Unrealistic jumps. Grenade jump.
I don't see me spending any money on a game like this.
Grenade plus rocket jump.
I won't spend any money yet, but if it gets
Not until it's done.
Yeah, once it's done, it's extremely close. Because this looks like what I want from a modern Quake. So far, it does.
A triple jump, of course.
Just the. I can see how it could appeal. It's just the learning curve would be high, isn't it?
The patience curve would be high.
Yeah.
All right, and we got another dinosaur game on Kickstarter.
Fuck Kickstarter. Seriously, if you think your game is worth playing and making, then fucking find a funder for it. Don't go public and panhandle for it. I'm so sick and tired of Kickstarter, period. This is why we're getting these shit games.
Or games that don't even come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more likely.
I like the idea of a dinosaur game. Those are exciting, but man, the ones that have come out thus far have been very disappointing. Very. And the fact that this is on Kickstarter.
Which ones came out?
You got the Orion Dino Beatdown. We've got Primal. Was it Primal Carnage?
Primal Carnage
Primal
was fun.
Carnage. Yeah.
Primal Carnage was fun.
Unfortunately, it had some server issues and made it tough to enjoy. Both server and balancing issues that made it really tough to enjoy. But it was fun. I enjoyed the time that we played Primal Carnage. Of course, I liked Dino D-Day was dumb, but I liked
Dino D-Day. Yeah.
What was the original one? What was that? Turok.
Turok Dinosaur Hunter.
Played the fuck out of Turok. Because that was Turok, dinosaurs, and then it ended up having aliens at the end. Like that was some kick-ass shit. That's when a game actually progressed and it was, got tougher as it went. Yeah. That was some good shit.
What I would like to see is like one of those Cabela hunting games, but instead of hunting, I don't know, tigers and stuff, you hunt dinosaurs. I'd play that.
In a bar?
Maybe in a bar. Maybe at home.
Why in a bar?
The hunting games are all well and good, but I mean those are ones where you gotta if you're not aiming down the scope of a rifle or holding a pistol, like a light gun in your hand, point and click is not hunting, and that's why so many hunters die. Because that's natural selection.
How hard could this be? Just point and click.
Yeah. How hard could it be to kill something? Click, 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 click. Oh no! Reload! Reload! Yeah.
So this is called Carnivores Reborn?
Dinosaur Hunter Reborn.
Carnivores Dinosaur Hunter Reborn. As if it's a sequel.
Sequel to the game you never knew about.
Yeah.
Yes. Thanks to the success of our last Kickstarter.
That's another game. I can't wait to come out so I can not buy it.
I want to think positively about it, but
you won't.
Yeah, I won't.
Yeah.
This was definitely a wait and see. In fact, I think a good method for a lot of these games that come out now is wait 2 weeks after it's released, and then see if people are still talking about it.
See if you can still find it.
Talking positively about it.
Yeah. Then you might know whether or not it might be worth your time. And by that time, it might be on sale, too.
Okay. That's it. That's our topics for the day. Except for,
Yes.
the ones that Ham's about to bring up. What are you going to bring up for us, Ham?
I actually don't have anything. Joke's on you.
I have a rolling
Tofu, not
comment.
Joke's on me.
I have a rolling comment about Archage. When I was last time we were talking about it. Worst MMO launch ever.
Really?
Yes.
From the person that spoke so highly of
The game itself is brilliant. Absolutely amazing. The launch was terrible. The queues, they just did it all wrong. It was horrendous. It's still not even fixed. It's getting there.
So
But one day I was 2000th in queue, something like that. And
To
literally
do what? Because you already had the
To
game.
get onto a server?
to get onto a server.
Oh, my goodness.
I know. The lads are like booting up their PCs in the morning, so when they came in from work, they could play. That wasn't great. It's getting better now. They've added a ton more servers and stuff, but
2.
I think we're up to about 5 or 6 new servers now, and they're all getting close to being full, starting to queue again. But yeah, that's a shame, because the game itself is actually brilliant when you can play it. But there we are.
Still all grind. So you got to like the grind.
Yeah, I haven't found it too much of a grind.
I'll have to get back to it.
But I'm not max level. I'm only level 35.
I played it for about 5 minutes on launch day, and I didn't have trouble getting into any server or anything, but it seemed like Terra to me. Like Terra mixed with Rift. That's the feeling I got from the first 5
I don't know.
minutes.
Like, maybe. Terra, I could see it being like Terra, except without all the fantasy creatures, right?
The
that you can play
furries.
as? Right.
There are furries, I think, in there.
There's
They're just
furries
not-
in every MMO game.
There we go. That's all I had to bring up.
Okay.
Just thought I'd let you know that.
This Dinosaur Hunters thing does look like a Kumbella type game, except you're hunting dinosaurs. That might be nice.
Oh, he's going to buy into the Kickstarter. And it's going to... There goes
No.
a circle. The circle's going further. More Kickstarters. Thanks to Ham.
I refuse to buy any video game Kickstarter. Absolutely refuse.
I think that's a website that needs to be made. Fuckkickstarter.com. Give us
What do you
money
sell on
instead
it?
of giving it to Kickstarter, and we'll put it to better use. Seriously. If you're going to give money to Kickstarter, give us money.
Let's get on that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see if I can buy the domain right now.
I was actually just going to open it and see if it actually exists.
I wouldn't go there on an unprotected PC.
I'm just going to Google it. Fuckkickstarter.com.
Yes. We only
Well, it's a
accept links.
hashtag.
Okay.
Fuckkickstarter.com.
That's a long domain name.
How I take $209,000 for a fake non-existent product, wait 2 years, then give you a tiny refund. Cheers, mate. Kickstarter is a loan service. Pay for my dream house and I will send you some plans.
We all
If
know
I
where
don't
this is
get
going.
£12,000, I will still make the same game, but a little bit shorter. A generator that will draw into a vortex surrounding environmental energy and convert it into electricity.
Seems legit.
Still in
Seriously,
concept
this is
form.
fucking horrible. This is on Reddit. shitty Kickstarters on Reddit.
All right. I'm going to thank our hosts for taking the time out to chat. Strider, thank you for coming in today.
Hey, it's always an adventure.
Ham, thank you for joining.
Thanks for having me.
Breezy, glad you were here too.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah. And back again in a week with some more topics to talk about and definitely some more things to complain about. So get those muffs ready for the kids. We'll be back.
The muffs.
Thanks for watching this week, and come back next week when we will broadcast another live show. Details for this and all past episodes can be found at MODSonair.com. We welcome your feedback via email at mailbag@modsonair.com. And please consider subscribing to modsonline.com to support our show. The opinions expressed by individuals on this program are not necessarily the opinions of our sponsors, owners, or partners.
And if you haven't heard, there's a new iPhone out, or a couple of them actually, and lots of commercials all over the internet. Here's one.
iPhone 6, anybody bought the iPhone 6 yet? Already there are some complaints that the metal they've made the phone with is too soft. A lot of stories about it. One competitor is already running with this. Take a look.
Hey, Scott.
Hey.
I heard you got the new iPhone.
I did.
Can I see it?
There's nothing more embarrassing than a flaccid phone. If your phone isn't as straight as it used to be, talk to your carrier about the Samsung Galaxy. Samsung phones are rigid and stiff when you buy them, and they stay firm in your pocket all day and all night. Go ahead. Squeeze it, bend it, slap it around. It can take it. Samsung. It's a raging phoner.
You know what? It's iPhone trying to be retro, making the flip phone again.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Have a great week.